Welcome to Cube Iteration 1, a multiplayer networking prototype in VR, where the main focus was on physics, persistent physics with multiple players. So at the moment, I start in a single player scene. So it's just me here. I can interact with all the objects, but I can go to multiplayer, and then we're joined by Nathan here. The first thing that we did for this prototype was basically do a bit of research to decide which library to use for the networking and physics. And we decided to go for Photon Fusion, which for us was the best compromise between performance, feature set, and stability. We also looked at Photon Quantum, but that at the moment lacks a bit of features for different collider types and certain physics interactions. It doesn't work with small objects properly yet, and stacking is also not perfect. So in terms of physics, what can we do? The normal grabbing of an object, like when I use the grip button. Really important for this prototype is that we also can interact with objects not by traditionally picking them up with using the grip button, but just using physics, just pushing against the block. So first of all, I can just push against the block. This is a really heavy one, so it's slower. And then I can use two hands and pick it up. That's what we call the push grab. You can see Nathan doing the same thing. And also important is that we should be able to do this together. So Nathan can push on one side, and I can push on the other side, and then together we can reliably pick up a block. And you can see in front of me where my hand is. So it stops at the block, but then the pinkish circle is where my physical hand is in real life. And you can see the further it goes into block, the more force I add to the block as well. So to accomplish this, there's a dedicated server running that does all the physics calculations and is master of all the objects. The clients also do physics calculations to compensate for lag. So it does the same calculation to have a fast, lag-free experience. So if there's an error or a difference, then the server value will always be the final true value, but there will be like an interpolation so that it's still, if there's such a thing, it will still appear smoothly. Here we have a Jenga tower. I can push blocks out of it. Nathan's gonna push grab one. Or try to. I can try to help him by stopping the other blocks a bit. Yeah. Oh, and it's falling.
Perfect.
If I just pick him up like this, the weight has no effect. But if I just push against it, this is a really heavy block. I can't even move it with one hand, but I can with two. 20 kilos is a bit better, but with two, it's a lot easier. As you can see, you can also catch, throw. So all physics interactions should work fine locally and over the network. This platform here moves up and down with a certain force, and we can try to stop it. Like if I put my hand on it, it doesn't do much because there's the force that my hand exerts is too little. But if we do it with more, okay, in this current setting we can't stop it, but I think we can slow it a bit. But it depends on tuning parameters on how strong you are a bit. Okay, that's it. Thank you.